In this video I'm going to show you how to use the browser mode for Supreme within Sole. So first click Add Tasks and just navigate to the Supreme section. By the time you're setting up tasks, you'll probably know what items are dropping this week on Supreme. So head to the Discord, to the Supreme Guides channel, and there'll probably be the Google Doc out, which usually comes out on a Tuesday or a Wednesday before the drop, and it'll include all the items that are dropping this week. The most important thing here is the category, the keywords and the colours, as you'll need these three items when creating your tasks. So I would have the Google Doc up on the side to make sure you're going to be picking up the right item and getting the colour that you want. For this test now I'm just going to use a product that's already on the site, so I'm going to be using this jacket. So once you know what product you want, you're going to have to fill in these details. So you've got the category. For the one I'm testing now, it's jackets. Enter the keyword, which is also on the Google Doc, and enter the colour you want. Choose the size that you're going for as well. I'm going to just choose random, as it doesn't matter, all sizes are in stock on this test product. Quantity you can leave most of the time. This is just for the few products that they sometimes release where you're allowed to buy more than one in one cart. Here choose your proxy group. I'm going to just use no proxy, but if you're using more than a couple of tasks you'll probably want to use proxies. Also, if you're using a server you will need to use proxies, as the server IP will be blacklisted, so you can't use no proxy in that case. Under the mode, make sure you choose browser mode. You can use the other modes and they do often work, but the browser mode is definitely the most reliable, as it makes you look like a human. And this is what this video is going to show you how to use. I'm going to just use my test profile here. The ATC and checkout delay, you can most of the time leave them the same. The default is 200 and 2000. You can lower these. The ATC you could also put to 0, but it is possible that the checkouts get blocked if you put the ATC and checkout too low. So leaving them default could be quite wise, but if you're running multiple tasks, it would be good to maybe make some lower, but also some higher, especially if it was a hype drop such as a box logo. This is probably too slow, so you will want to lower the delays in this case. When using the browser mode, you'll also want to use a timer. Usually you'll set it to just before the drop, so say if this was a drop day, I'd probably set it to about 10:50, 9:50, but for this test's sake now I'm just going to set it to about a minute or so ahead, just so I can show you what will happen when it gets to the drop time. So once you've done so, add the task. You can start these tasks as early as you want, 30 minutes, an hour before the drop, it doesn't really matter. As soon as you start them, it'll open a browser and say waiting to the time you set on the timer. It'll open to the category that you've set the task to be. Here you can open a new tab and you can search Gmail, you can log in, and this will help with your captures. At checkout you will get a captcha, but you may get a one click if you sign into Gmail, so I'd recommend doing so. You can also open another tab, sign into YouTube and start watching YouTube videos, as this may help with one clicks as well. Once the waiting gets to the end, it will search for the product as per the keywords that you've entered. Here I'm going to be searching for the jacket. As you can see here, it autofills all of the details that you put in that profile and submits. As you can see, when it's submitted there, it just says the number is not a valid credit card number, but this would have been a payment processing if these details were correct. The status will stay at fill in checkout as long as this page is up, but as soon as the payment is processed you'll get your checkout success or checkout declined.